Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Longhorns headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's not a surprise. We all knew and talked about coming in. Who are they going to feature? They give it to him the first play, and he chews up and gets a first down. We're going to see more of that. I'm excited to watch this matchup, but the defense, Jesse, they better get physical. They better get better in a heartbeat.
Well, and they've got to fight some emotion right now, too, because the fans are excited. The offensive line is absolutely juiced after that opening play. They're now getting lathered up. They're now getting excited. They're pointing to the sideline. Run it again. Run the same play again.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Bulldogs with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The pop pass gets popped behind the line for a loss. As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Push is ahead. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on 4th down. They make the stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off.
And how about that call? You're right around midfield, 4th down on your opening drive, so you run the football and you put your trust and confidence in your offensive line up front to get it done and keep your offense on the field. That is impressive.
Play action on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Got a lot of room to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Georgia.
And that's a great job finishing the drive. But, man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive. First drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone. They cap it off. They create momentum to start.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Manning. Going to try to get it himself. At the 45 on his way. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Moving out to the right. Unleashes one. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting the season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
Third and long right here. Manning from the gun on third down. Lets it fly. Finds a man in the middle. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down.
Arch is going to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Texas!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Handoff for Frazier. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
They give it back to him. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
And most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Sees an alley. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now they're going to throw it. Dangerous throw on that one.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. He gets nothing. Nowhere to go, and it'll be 4th down.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
They've already converted a 4th down here in the first quarter, and they'll try it again. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how deep.
Makes the grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Follows his blocks. It's Edwards. There he goes. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Motion from the wide receiver.
Hey, check it. 80-22 ISO. 80-22 ISO. Go.
Play action. Here's Manning. Here comes the heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
A loss of 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Changing the routes with his receivers. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And his throw is incomplete.
Fourth down, coming up.
The Longhorns will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Here's a give to Frazier. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game. And let's just get him into a rhythm.
Setting up the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Really good job by the defense there. Understanding pass, dropping back, but not losing sight of that running back and letting that quarterback throw it to him where he can pick up some extra yards and get that first down. They did a great job covering the whole field and making sure that running back got nowhere.
He gets a block. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Out wide left, it's Wingo. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
From the gun, it's Edwards. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Manning to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Firing to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. And the Longhorns have pushed it inside the 20. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Fires left. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down.
And that is a big-time play. We might go back and circle that one, man. Like, this game is so close. It gets back and forth, right? Like, it could go any direction. Those are the type plays, man. The catch is there to be made. The offense could make it, but the physicality of the defense in the end zone to prevent that big touchdown.
The Longhorns will go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Manning. Buying time to his right. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Let's send the tight end in motion. Straight ahead, it's Phillips. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Second and long here. Might as well run him again. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. And those hairy dogs taking a bite out of another first down.
You don't usually find Georgia teams that complicate things. They know who they are, and it starts with running the football, establishing the line of scrimmage. That's what the dogs do.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. And the RPO got him. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
We're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force the negative play.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Motion from the wideout. Rid of it on the RPO. He's loose on the right. The 40. The 30. The 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He got a step and just dusted the field. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Making the adjustment on the play. The run inside. It's Payne. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Here's Arts to throw. Right side, it's Payne. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
Third down from the gun, Manning. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Longhorns will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. The fake wants to throw. He's got the tight end. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The Bulldogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looking for a gap. It's Phillips. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Makes the grab over the middle. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
A shot toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. To throw, Manning. Just gets rid of it before the heat. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Arizona State taking on the number 21 team, the UNLV Rebels. And it's the Sun Devils, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And that makes it 2 victories on the season. They're nowhere near their preseason goal, of course. So how they handle things from here will define this program. Here now a look at some other games of note today, including a big upset with major implications.
Throwing Manning. Fires to the big fella. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has his offense on the move.
I know he's got the height and the weight at the tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moves the pocket. It's Manning. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Manning from the gun on third down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback in the first series.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Quarterback changing the play. Manning to throw for it on 4th. Turning it on. The 40. Still on his feet. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first. And a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Arch Madness. Look out! Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Already in field goal range, but now trying to convert this third and long from the 20. Manning from the gun on third down. Looking to the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And man, Yeah, that is exactly what you wanted to see from this offense to start the third quarter. Like, the passing game, it just wasn't in sync. It wasn't where it needs to be. You dug yourself a little bit of hole, Palmer, but coming out like this, throwing, trusting your quarterback, putting a drive together, that's got to be a good sign.
And this is where the coaching staff really makes their money. When you can go in at halftime and switch things up and make the changes you need to make to your game plan to find that rhythm and get it established. That is such a great way, you're right, to start this thing. And now for this offense, it's about keeping it going and trying to stay one step ahead of the defense.
The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Frazier again. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Georgia going up tempo. Wants to throw on third down. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up 4th down, they only have a 1-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
And the offense stays on the field on 4th and 1. I'm not sure they're just trying to make the defense jump. I believe they think they can get it. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Searching for space. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Gonna run it. It's Payne. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Quarterback signaling to his guys.
Return. Where did he go?
They give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Here's Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Manning escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic with his feet. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
Yeah, I think that's nice discipline by this defense. Doing a good job playing inside out, using the sideline to their advantage, kind of stringing it out, not giving up yards. This is a really good job by the defense, playing fast and playing smartly.
Handoff to the single running back. He's got enough. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the second level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this defense up front, they've got to be able to slow him down a little bit.
They're going to ride this running back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One final quarter to play, and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Running inside. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Manning from the gun on third down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. A strike downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And I like it. Third down and short, and this offense stays aggressive, and now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for...
They've got a first down here. Want to start its bend to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Making the adjustment. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Edwards. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Manning with the play fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That is just what you want defensively, right? Bend, don't break. They drove down the field a little bit. They got second and goal. Boom. Create that negative play. Now they got third and goal. Now they got to make some decisions. Do they want to be conservative? Do they want to be aggressive? Either way, an advantageous situation now for this defense.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Finds his target. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal.
Yeah, and now it's 4th down. It's money down, and I don't think there's a question right here. You need the touchdown. You got to put that on the scoreboard. You're going for it. You're putting your best play forward right now.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal.
Hey, take it. 1852, soldier. 1852, soldier.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Texas!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way. And you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Turns up, it's Frazier. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And the offense says thank you very much for the bonus yardage, and it'll be 1st down after the personal foul penalty. Handoff for Frazier. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying to escape and get it himself. Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting in the 4th quarter, 1-possession games, QB drops back and makes these 1st downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. The Dogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle, but they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Frazier again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. He's looking to throw. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
To give, running right, it's Frazier. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line and a big red zone opportunity here. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
As a defense, you're playing so aggressive, just trying to get downhill. And how about the running back runs it and gets a little bit to the right. So now they're on the right hash, and maybe the kicker likes it from that area. But this offense doing everything they can to set up for the game-winning field goal.
And the Dogs come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll go to the air. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. He got it! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
You can't say enough about this kid's poise. You're playing on the road. The crowd's going crazy, willing you to miss this kick, but he stayed dialed in, puts it through the upright, David, to give his team the lead here late.
It's crazy because it's nerve-wracking. You put your body on the line for so long, and then it comes down to a kick. And he has to be clutch in a hostile environment, and he comes through for his squad.